Go. All right, good morning. It's Bobby Lee and from Hurricane Creek Farms coming to you on what looks to be a really nice, beautiful Saturday morning. You may can appreciate. Just a little sticky, a little muddy. We got, actually, I need to check the gauge here. We dumped out 2.3 inches at home. May not have gotten that much here, but needless to say, or regardless, probably a better way of saying it, we got a good rain yesterday. We're gonna get these calves fed and calves, yearlings, heifer, whatever we want to call them. And if everybody's here, we're gonna try to rotate pastures. Okay, and so counting the stragglers coming up the hill down there, it is all 59. So I'm trying to multitask here. It does mean everybody is present and accounted for. So as soon as they clean up that little bit of feed we dumped out, we're gonna hop in the Jeep, drive down, and rotate pastures. I say we will if they'll follow us. But yeah, typically if I drive down there like to check the mineral feed or anything, they all go running because they want to move really quickly. So yeah, it would only be fitting that the one day that I want them to rotate pastures, they won't follow me. But that is the plan. There is still plenty of grass in here, but there should be even more in that next pasture. It's just getting about time. You know, we have been blessed with rain this year. Cockleburr. Pull that sucker up. So yes, the pastures look great. Doing fantastic. So yeah, go ahead and move them before that, you know, in the other pastures kind of gets away from us, gets too mature and is not, you know, as desirable. But anyway, I've now stood here and talked long enough that they're going to be done eating, and I'm not going to have much chance to spray them if I don't go ahead and do that. You didn't want to get out and help me? You want to tell everybody why we're dressed like this today?
Because we're going to go run 5K.
That's right. We are, our local little hometown 5K is this morning, and I actually didn't even realize. I knew it's always about this time of year, but I checked last night. I was like, oh, that's today. And it's actually a good day for it because we don't have a whole lot else going on this morning. And we also want to go run.
And we came down this way because it's a lot closer.
I don't know what you mean by that, but he said this way's closer, which now we kind of came the wrong direction, but we better hurry because it is 7:07 a.m. The race starts at 8. We're only about 12 or 15 minute drive away, but we still got to try to rotate pastures. Woo! Yeah, it almost feels kind of silly moving them out of these pastures. There's just so much grass, but I really hadn't scouted the others, but I know it's got to be even more in them. It has been a good grass growing year. Come on, babies, come on. Woo! One thing we were kind of hoping to do this morning, and like I mentioned in the last video, was fertilize some of our hay ground, what we've already gotten cut for the second cutting. But yeah, it rained about 2.5 inches yesterday, and so, which I don't know, we probably could have gotten over it. It's as we're bouncing around here in the pasture, that ground's not too terribly soggy, but could have really tracked up the hay fields. Don't want to do that. And two, also one of our local, you know, fertilizer dealers, whatever, where we normally go grab a buggy, they actually are taking the day off. I messaged them yesterday and said they were not going to be open today, which is unusual for them, but I would say good for them. They don't get to take many Saturdays off, especially not during the season. But I mean, it's August. You know, they primarily deal with big row crop, big ag. And of course, nothing really that they're fertilizing this time of year. So just got a few oddballs like me that are still raising cattle and cutting hay that may have something to fertilize. But yeah, it looks like they're following us pretty good, doesn't it? Doesn't it? But yeah, we'll just have, I told them, I was like, well, we may try next week because there's still a bunch of rain in the forecast. Like the next 7 days. It's very unsettled. I need at some point today to go by and look at that. Look at our one farm we haven't cut for the second time. Another cocklebur. And see how close it is to getting ready, but doesn't appear there's going to be any time in the next week that the weather is going to cooperate for that. So we'll get it checked out at some point. So we've got one more on the wrong side of the fence. This one here is a straggler, and there should be one more. So I've counted twice, and she'll put us at 58 if I can get that one up to also go through. Oh, there comes the last straggler. So everybody is right here and accounted for. See if we can get these last few through the fence, through the gate. Yeah, because we are going to be cutting close on getting to the start line and getting registered. We haven't even registered yet, so yeah, need you to cooperate, number 12. Go back another way. Need to throw something at her. I want to throw my hat at her, but then that means I gotta walk over and get my hat. Go. Go. Okay, she was unfazed by that stick. Go. Good grief, animals. Okay. That one smacked you and you're not even, are you kidding me? Oh my God. Go that way. No, no, go that way. Go to the gate. Go to the gate. And there were 3 or 4 that did this where they got to the gate and instead of going through it and coming up on that side of the fence, they walked up this side. And it's like, you act like you've never gone through a gate before. Man, I'm pulling up cockleburs where I look. And see, now you got your friend there, which that one, yeah, a little lame on that right front foot. That's one of our homegrown steers, actually, number 129. That's why he was bringing up the rear. Okay, everybody's rotated on. Shut the gate. What we'll do is tomorrow, we'll bring a truck down here and grab the feed bin. Come in the other way. We can access them easily. Nothing like cutting it close, right? Hey, your first ever 5K, what'd you think?
Good, but I almost split.
Yeah, we had one little trip and fall, but he finished it.
And this is where we ran. We're on the front.
Yeah, we're actually on the roads right where we ran.
Good job.
Yeah, it looks like the ladies did finally get out of bed.
You went 3 miles? How long did it take you?
About 39 minutes.
That's not bad. Did he run a good bit?
Oh yeah, he ran most of the way. I mean, we got to about, between a mile and a half, he was having to walk for stretches, but you did good. Do you want to do another one? Too soon to go there. But, yeah, I should have come. There was a bunch of people. A bunch of people from town. Well, good deal. What you doing, Kimber?
Multiple shirts on. Riding my pony.
No, it's not multiple shirts. This used to be a long sleeve.
Oh.
It had like gray sleeves. It's a little small for him.
So that way I cut this.
Somebody was there that was not a Tennessee fan that says we need to get new shirts. I was like, well, like, he needs a new one just because he's going to outgrow that one. It won't be long before he can wear this one. But anyway, right. Y'all having fun?
Yeah, it's hot.
It's hot. Well, I mean, you're talking to 2 dudes that just ran a 5K, so we're not sympathetic. All right, yeah, back home, checking on the garden. Garden's about played out. We let the kind of squash and zucchini get away from them. See, those are way over mature. Still got some cucumbers. Maybe the best tomatoes I've had ever. I'm not a big tomato eater. Fried green tomatoes though, because again, in the South you fry anything, we'll eat it. I'm not just like slice me up a tomato and eat it, or you know, put a sliced tomato on my bologna sandwich kind of thing. No, those aren't strawberries. Those are peppers. You don't want to break one of those off there and eat it like a strawberry. But yeah, do have some tomatoes you can get out here and pick. Tomato worms have been bad the last few days. What have you been doing to all the tomato worms? We throw them on the ground and he stomps them, but if we look hard enough, we can probably find one now. But anyway,
There's definitely one on this one.
That's just a minute or two on gardening with Hurricane Creek Farms.
It's a lot more.
Oh, but my gosh.
What?
You could cut the humidity with a knife right now. Got all that rain yesterday, and whew, it's steamy out here. But what do we got to go do now?
Let's go to stop it.
All right.
And me and Cameron, I got my money so me and Cameron can buy us a toy.
We got to go to the farm store. Unfortunately, we can't go to Stockdale's because our Stockdale's was destroyed in the tornado. They are, I think, kind of moving locations, hopefully temporarily. I think they are open in some capacity, but we got to head up a different farm store, one that shall go unnamed. But anyway.
Whenever it was a tornado, we had to go get what we could get is a burger and fries.
When there was a tornado, we went and got a burger and fries. Hey, I can't argue with that. But I was going to tell you about something. I got on the Talk Dirt to Me hat. Again, I know most of you.
And I got on this hat.
Yep, Willis has on the Hurricane Creek hat, which those are available on the website, hurricanecreek.farm. We're not selling these anywhere. We are doing a giveaway though. I know a lot of you do listen to the podcast. You may already be aware. If you don't, I suggest you go listen to the podcast. Anywhere you listen to podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, whatever. But leave a rating and a review. It's especially important on Apple. Somebody who does that is going to get drawn for a big prize pack we got. It'll be a hat. Talk Dirt to Me hat. We'll probably include a Hurricane Creek hat. Logan's got some other stuff, some other swag, as the kids say these days. The big part of the prize is somebody's going to join us, Logan and I, in studio for a podcast episode. So if you're from outside of our area, we're going to pay for your travel, whether that's, you can drive in, or even if you need to fly, put you up in a hotel, and join us. So get to, probably even get a tour of the farm and whatnot. But anyway, yeah, to do that though, got to go, leave a rating, leave a review, all these things. It seems silly, like, why do we have to do all this? It helps the algorithm. I can't explain it. It's also why you need to click the thumbs up on these videos. Leave a comment. All that stuff helps. Okay, made it back. Actually kicked the Harrow off the truck back at the arena. I'm gonna see if we can see how it's gonna work. Got a little chicken feed. We've been out of that, but Wild Man had a hard learned lesson in economics. He was jumping up and down to go. Anytime we go to the farm store, they want to buy toys. And I'm always like, no, we can look at them. Every now and then we buy something, but don't want it to turn into every time we go, you get a toy kind of thing. Well, he had his little coin purse thing with all his money in it. Yes, sir. Help me for just a minute. I'm going to feed the bulls and then we'll go up there. Yeah, I didn't feed the bulls this morning because we were trying to eat that 5 case. We're going to feed them now. But he had about $15 roughly. He had a $10 bill and a whole bunch of coins. Picked out 2 toys, which was nice. He was buying one for his sister. When we get up there, and I did not watch him pick the toys out. I didn't know what they cost. I look at them, I thought, yeah, it might be $15 worth of toys. $37 is what it was. So he did not have the money to buy them. And I would have gladly helped him out, especially if he was $1 or $2 short. But I thought this is a good teaching moment. Like, hey man, this is how economics works. This is also why, saving your money might be a better option. Of course, that just didn't work and he threw a fit. But anyway, he did have enough money. We then had to stop at the hardware store. He was thirsty. He bought a drink, so that kind of helped soothe the pain. I think he just really wanted to spend some money. Like he's, you know, the whole burning a hole in his pocket kind of thing. He had the money. He didn't want to save it. He wanted to spend it. But feed these bulls a little bit. Let me see if that harrow will work. I do actually have a bunch of little odd and end jobs to do now, the more I think about it. So it might be good that we've got some unsettled weather and we're not in the hayfield or get caught up on some of that other stuff. Oh my goodness, have I mentioned how hot it is? Got her unpacked, got it hooked. I'm gonna drag it this way first. Of course, we can flip it over, put the drawbar from this side to that side and pull it the opposite direction. It gets it just a little more aggressive, which we may end up needing that. We're gonna start out with less aggressive. Make it dig a little deeper if we need it to. But we'll see how it works. Okay, I definitely like the width, which we knew, I mean, we measured beforehand. We're out that smart. Wide enough to cover up our tracks. When I make a couple of rounds, I'm thinking we are gonna go ahead and make it a little more aggressive. Get rid of some of this grass, which like I told Kaylin, it's harder once the grass is established.
And also look, these hooks are flapping.
Yeah, we can turn around and hook from the other side, but we'll see. You know, have we had this thing earlier in the year, you know, you're dragging it on a weekly basis, this grass kind of never gets established. Whereas, you know, we're starting out a little bit behind the 8 ball on this. Okay, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and turn it around, just drag it from the other direction. Just say it shouldn't take but a couple of minutes to swap it around and just see if that gets rid of some of that grass. You can see it's grabbing some of it. It's just not totally uprooting that grass. But yeah, you can unhook it there, buddy. We'll unhook all these. Just unhook it from all those. Can you do that for me? We'll swap it around. This over here. Just hook it up from this direction. Well, the girls made it back home right as we were harrowing. What you think, babe? She says it looks good. So who am I to argue with that? So yeah, I think, and obviously, like, it didn't just totally uproot a lot of that. A lot of goose grass out here.
We just better get to hoeing.
Yeah. I thought your parents taught you better than to be hoeing around, but apparently that's what she thinks we need to do. But yeah, I think next year really the key will be just staying in front of it, and the grass never really tries to come up. And it's not like this thing was infested with grass, it's just little clumps here and there. Okay, right back here. Not the ideal time of day, 2:30 in the afternoon. See if these cows want to rotate pastures, but actually all were laid up right here close to the gate in the shade. So yeah, we'll just rotate pastures both farms today. Kind of same situation here. They haven't eaten this completely up, but we got some grass out here in these bottoms. It's starting to get a little, you know, towards over mature. Certainly here within another week or so it will be. So go ahead and let them in there, harvest it, so to speak, while it's at a kind of more palatable state, and then we'll rotate them back in here eventually. All right, y'all, come on. Well, you get a second good morning in this video. We got a pretty good rain yesterday afternoon, kind of shut things down as far as farm work. Walk out here to the gauge and see just how much we actually got. Looks like it was less than 4/10, so not near as much as we got on Friday. Yeah, about, if you want to be totally accurate, which this gauge does allow you to, about 36 100ths. We'll just call it a little less than 4/10, between 3 and 4/10. Most time around here, you know, we're in a part of the country we're blessed to get plenty of rain. most folks, we don't get down into the hundreds of an inch when we're, you know, reporting to our neighbors and whatnot how much we got. But yeah, you see the harrow we used to drag there in, did a pretty good job. I think, of course, the most important part of the whole deal, I think Kaylin is happy with it. So every married guy out there knows if you do any kind of project or anything like that for your wife, it really doesn't matter what you think about it, it matters what she thinks about it. Okay, came down here, hooked on to the feed bin, because of course we moved those calves yesterday morning. You maybe can kind of see they're kind of up on top of that next ridge over there is where we got to get to, but no good way to get there from here directly, not pulling that feed bin, and really not in this truck. We were just in the Jeep, we could bounce it overland that way, but we're gonna go back out to the road in the other entrance, and might be a little interesting getting back there to them just with the wet conditions, but we should be able to. We got 4-wheel drive. Okay, we got it locked in 4-wheel drive. Let's see if we can get through this road in the woods up here. And it looks like we've got trees down since the last time we were in here, which we would have expected absolutely nothing different. Well, top out of a sweet gum tree, or maybe it's the entire tree. Who knows? Now begs the question of what are the odds I can make it through this road in the woods without coming upon a tree down and blocking our path. We definitely had some trees down right here back with the tornadoes that we had to get moved. I was planning on bringing the big tractor down here with the bucket on the front. Anyway, you know, at some point here in the next, I don't know, anytime, week or two, and pushing some trees out of the pasture where they've fallen. And we'll just add that one to the list. Okay, don't want to speak too soon, but we've made it pretty well through there. Gotta stop here at the gate. Oh yeah. Sadie, just jump out the window as you please, but yeah, we'll pull on up here, get it unhooked, and see if we can get those calves called up. Get them a little breakfast. All right. Get that unhooked. We'll get some feed put out for them. Did bring a couple of bags of mineral. Just take advantage of us having the truck back here. I don't know. Mineral feeder's not completely empty. We may only put one of those in there. Oh, guess I need my buckets. Oh, that was my knee. Buckets and a fly spray. Here they are. By my first count, all but 2 of them came from back this way. We'll spray them down if they'll let us here real quickly and watch to see if we have a straggler or 2 show up. Yeah. Hey, easy number 1. Why are you looking at me all wild-eyed? I think I heard somebody back that way. We'll see. We're gonna go ahead and get to spraying these and keep our eyes open. Hopefully we have 2 more come dragging in. Okay, apparently I miscounted the first time because we had 1 straggler was all that came up, but apparently that was the last one. Counted again and all 59 are here. So we're gonna put a bag of mineral out. Now, a little problem I ran into yesterday, our hinge on this door here, she broke. So we gotta get that replaced. I spent about might have been an hour and a half, an hour at least yesterday afternoon while it was raining on the internet, trying to find that exact hinge, and just annoying. I could find the exact one I wanted, but it was from like a wholesaler, and they wouldn't sell them. Or they wanted to sell them like in quantities of 100 or more, which I mean, I know that's how that works. But then even some of them would let you like add it to your shopping cart, but then it wouldn't work. So finally I found one that I'm almost certain is either the exact hinge or will be close enough. But yeah, little things like that are always just annoying. And it shouldn't take 10 minutes to do it once we get the right part. We just got to get it done. Hey, You over here being nosy, wanting some mineral? Give me a second.
I don't knock the camera over.
That feeder still got some of our high mag from back earlier in the year back in the bottom of it. They don't like it near as much as they like this Vitaferm heat, so it's good. It'll kind of mix in there and make them eat it, but yeah, we'll save that bag for another day. 8:09 a.m. I'm already wringing wet. It's just hot. And heck, I think today is actually supposed to be cooler. I don't think we're supposed to get out of the 80s. I think 89 is the high, but yeah, just a little bit of a cool off, but no, it is still really, really hot. And enjoy some mineral. You're welcome. All right, let's see if we can get out of here without running over an animal. We've been doing just a little bit more spot spraying, some with the wand, some with the boom. Just basically, we've gotten over pretty much everything over these last few weeks when it comes to spraying, but you know, we got spots we've missed and whatnot and hitting those. But yeah, it has turned out to be a relatively nice day. It's nearly midday, and I mean, it's hot, but not unbearable. See, these gals are on their feet, but we get back up to the house. Got a couple of little odds and ends to do. Need to mow the yard, things like that. But yep, we're actually throwing some ribs on the smoker this afternoon, pork ribs. So we will atone for that in the next few days. Looks like we got one there that did not get breads, obviously in heat. So which we'll have preg checking coming up here before too much longer. Should have some exciting stuff we're going to do with the pregnancy checks on the heifers, anyway, the yearlings. But we'll talk more about that as that gets closer to time. But yeah, since we're eating pork ribs tonight, we'll have to atone for that, and I'm sure we'll eat beef next 3 or 4 days in a row probably. But we appreciate y'all watching. We're gonna get in the house, like I say, a little family time the rest of the day, some other odds and ends. We appreciate y'all watching. Check back, check out the Talk Dirt to Me podcast. Appreciate that. Y'all eat beef and God bless.